Man, I just got back from an amazing boot camp, a real estate boot camp. I cannot begin to tell you how important it is to educate yourself, to keep learning, to get coaching, to get mentoring, to get all these things, because it's so important. Even me, 38 years old, by the way, I'm still going out and getting coaching, getting mentoring on things that I don't know that much about. So make sure you're doing the same with whatever you want to do and you want to succeed in. And that leads me to our show in 3, 2, 1. What's up, advocates, and welcome back to another episode of the Commercial Claims Show. That's right, Commercial Claims Show. This is where it all started. This is where it's just me and you, educating you, teaching you the ways and how insurance claims work and all the ins and outs and the things that you need to know in order to be successful in this career and be victorious against the insurance company. My name is Vince Perry, certified and licensed public adjuster in Florida, Texas, North Carolina, and California. And I'm here to educate you. You can follow me on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn. Click subscribe on this YouTube channel right now, because every week we've got something new. It's not just me and you with this show, but we also have a podcast, and we've got meetups and events that we do all over the country. We're going to try to go to Texas this year, and we're going to try to go somewhere else. So we're all over Florida. So you have to come out to one of our meetups, and you can get this information on www.commercialclaimsadvocate.com. Right there, you can get a calendar of events, and you can get all of our stuff that we have going on, including our courses, online Zoom courses, as live courses, as well as online courses that you're going to be able to download very soon. And you're also eventually going to get a copy of this book whenever you want. So, and there's a free ebook. So make sure if you go on the website, this is a big book, but we actually have an ebook that's about 25, 30 pages long of very valuable information that you need to know in order to be successful. So, listen up, advocates. Whether you're a public adjuster, contractor, or an attorney, if you have a client that has suffered any kind of catastrophic loss, whether that be by fire or storm or just any catastrophic loss that requires your client to have to move out and incur ALE and loss of use coverage, you need to think about looking at Black Diamond Services. This is an incredible idea for a service that I think is extremely valuable, and I've actually personally used for my clients myself. Basically, what they do is they provide all of the necessary money that is needed to be done for the homeowner to go and move to another place, whether that be a hotel or another home or whatever it is. They basically bill through their insurance policy's loss of use coverage, and basically they provide financial assistance so that the insured never has to incur any out-of-pocket expenses. It's an amazing service. I love the people at Black Diamond Services, especially Millie Varela. If you just contact her and contact Black Diamond Services, I'm telling you, they're going to take care of your clients like you wouldn't believe. I personally have a client who suffered a fire damage and had to use their ALE coverage, and all we did was refer them to Black Diamond. Our clients did not have to come out of pocket a single penny. Black Diamond provided all of the financial money, and they provided the actual location for the homeowner to stay. Amazing service. Contact Black Diamond Services today so you could find out more information for yourself. Let's get into the show. Today, I want to educate you about a team, right? When you are a public adjuster, it's very important that you have a team. Now, I don't mean a team like in your company where you have an assistant or you have, all these things. Like, for instance, for us, Elite Resolutions, we've got a marketing director, we've got 3 assistants, and we've got a lot of people who are involved in the team. We have other public adjusters as well. But that's not the team I'm talking about. I'm talking about the team that you need so you can be successful in filing and submitting and getting your claim paid. You're going to need professionals. You're going to need experts. You're going to need people on your team that you could just sort of call on a moment's notice to either be at the loss or give you the advice that you need so that you can make sure that you're working the claim correctly, that you're getting coverage, that you're getting paid, and everything is working out the way it's supposed to for you and for your client. So I'm going to give you the top three people that you need on your team in order to be successful throughout the life of insurance claims. So let's start with number 3. We'll go from, least important to most important, but that doesn't mean anybody here number 3 is not important. Number 3, an estimator. Okay, now the reason why this is number 3 is because you don't necessarily need an estimator. As a public adjuster, you should know, at least have an idea of how to do an estimate. So most of you guys and girls are probably doing your own estimates. You're going to the house, you're getting the claim signed, you're taking all your little measurements with your little laser, you're going back home and you're putting the estimate together. Or you're scoping it, you're scoping the loss, doing all your measurements, stuff like that, and then maybe you're giving it to an estimator. Either way, you need an estimator. Or you could actually call an estimator. I have estimators in Miami, in Tampa, in Pensacola, in Texas. I have estimators in different places because I can't be at all these places. And now after I've been doing this for over 14 years, I don't really have time to be doing the estimate myself. So I make sure that I hire qualified, all obviously independent contractors do their own thing. I make sure that I have qualified estimators putting the estimate together. Why is this so important? Why is it important to have a good estimator if you do decide to go the estimator route? Because this is what separates a good public adjuster from a bad public adjuster. The number one complaint I hear from the other side, from insurance companies, is the estimates that public adjusters put together. They're always super outlandish, and all this fluff is what they like to say. All these things that are in there, they're not supposed to be in there, and the floor is being written up along with the ceiling, and why do they put this in there? That's number one. Number two is, maybe that's not your strong suit. It was never my strong suit. I used to tell people that I didn't know the difference between a tile-based board and a wood-based board. That's kind of a joke because it's obviously tile and wood. But I didn't know much about construction. Everything that I know about construction has really come through public adjusting. So it's very important. So a lot of us as public adjusters may not be very knowledgeable in construction, and that's okay. And then the other one is it takes a lot of time to learn a software like Xactimate. It's not easy to do that stuff. So if you are capable, make sure that you could get a good estimator, because now, number one, they're going to make up for your weaknesses, maybe in construction or actually using the estimating software. And number two, they're going to give you an amazing estimate that you're going to be able to give to the insurance adjuster. And they're going to be like, wow, there's no fluff. This is not BS. This is a legitimate estimate that I could actually pay off of, or that I could actually go off and do what I have to do. And then the other thing, you'll get the ESX from your estimator. You could give it to the adjuster, but it makes you look good. It's the number one thing that I think, for me, separates me. When I meet an adjuster, they already know they're going to get a good, legitimate estimate. Okay. From when I started, I always made sure I didn't write too much or write stuff that wasn't supposed to be put in there. Number one. Number two, since I have now great qualified estimators that I call on whenever I need, they go and they put killer estimates. They put what needs to be put. No fluff, no BS, nothing that's not supposed to be in there. So I would suggest, and then if you do want to do your own estimates, know an estimator that you can call upon, and you could ask them when you're putting together your Xactimate estimate or SimSol or whatever it is, hey, what do you think about this? What is the code for this? What is the code for that? It's still going to be an advantage even if you're doing your own estimates. So it's going to cost you a little bit to hire an estimator. So when you're first starting out, you may not want to do that, but it's not really too much money, and it's worth it with the amount of money you're going to be making on the claim. So I would suggest number 3 is find an estimator to have on your team that you can call upon at a moment's notice. Number 2, a mitigation company. Water mitigation company, fire mitigation company, roof mitigation company, whatever it is. Get a mitigation company. Why? That's one of the most important things on the policy that you and the insured must do immediately after a loss. You must mitigate the damages, correct? So that means if it's a water loss, you must dry it out. If it's a severe roof leak, you must put a tarp up. And water mitigation contractors can do this for you. And you want to have them at a moment's notice. You want to make sure you don't need to interview mitigation companies, but make sure you meet with them for lunch, meet with them for coffee, meet with them for drinks. You want to get along with this person for 2 reasons. You want them to do a good job when they do the mitigation process. You want them to have good documentation, take proper photos, put their dry logs and everything that needs to be done. And number 3, they're going to refer you claims, because a lot of times they're the first ones called out to a claim. It's going to be a great referral source for you. On top of that, you're going to need this mitigation contractor on 75% of your claims. So get a good water mitigation contractor that you get along with. I would have 2, 3, 4, or 5 of them that you can call upon at a moment's notice. And when that fire loss occurs, you can get mitigation out there immediately. And when that water damage occurs, you can get mitigation out there immediately. So the number 2 most important to have on your quote unquote team or referral sources or vendors, I would say, is a water mitigation contractor. Numero uno. Look how fast we got to number 1. And there's going to be a bonus. There's always a bonus. I love to have a bonus. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. So number one person that you need on your team is a lawyer, okay? Not a lawyer that you're paying on retainer because they're not representing you. Not a lawyer that you're just going to refer and give all kinds of work because technically that's not too allowed. You have to allow the insured, the client, to choose whomever they like. But it's good to have an attorney on call that you can call upon when you have a question about the policy, when you have a question about the loss, when you have a question about whatever it is. It also, I always say, looks really cool when you're in front of your insured and you guys are wondering something about coverage and whether you should file the claim or not because of something in the policy that you're not sure about. Hold on, let me call my attorney. There's nothing better than that. And you should have, and the reason why the attorney more often than not is going to be very loyal to you in regards to answering that phone call whenever you need them is because they want the work. You're their number one referral source in this insurance claim litigation thing that we do here. You're the number one referral source for the attorney. So they're going to answer, well, most of them, not all of them. It's my number one rule. Whenever I sit down with an attorney, the first thing I tell them, I said, if I need you, and I'm going to call you, you have to answer my phone 100% of the time. Or send me a text, say, I'll call you later or something like that. Because chances are when I'm calling you, it's because I'm in front of a client and I need to know if this claim should be filed or if there's coverage or not. So the number one person that you should have, that you should build a relationship with, that you should become friends with, and you should be able to call upon at a moment's notice is an attorney. So number 3 is an estimator. Number 2, water mitigation contractor. And number 1, an attorney. And let me give you my bonus. It started with the intro when I was talking about a boot camp that I went to and mentorship and coaching. If you are just starting out in this industry or if you've been doing this for less than 5 years, get a mentor. Get a mentor, get a coach to teach you the ropes about this game, about what goes on in the insurance claim game, and how to be successful as a public adjuster. We do offer consulting services. We do offer coaching services. I am the one who does that personally for you. You could go on our website. You could send us a message whenever you like, and I'll be happy to, you will contact me directly. Just leave a message, send me a message on social media, and if you're interested in our consulting and our mentoring program, I will personally set up a time to speak with you, and I could tell you everything that's involved in it, and yes, of course, it does come at a cost. But either way, if it's not me, it should be someone in your company or another fellow public adjuster that's out there. You want a mentor. Preferably a public adjuster mentor because they know what this game is all about. So if you are a public adjuster, get a mentor. If you're a contractor watching this video because you want to know the top 3 things, get another contractor, maybe someone in your company or someone you meet at a networking group or someone you meet at a bar that has experience that can mentor you and answer all those questions that you need about life, about business, and about being successful. Very important to have a mentor in anything you do. And I would suggest get a mentor in public adjusting, in real estate, in business, in life coaching, and whatever it is. It's very important these days to have somebody you can go to because my wife loves to hear about my business, but she's not going to give me the same feedback as maybe one of my coaches. I have a business coach, I have a real estate coach, and I have another business coach. So imagine that, a business group that I'm a part of. And if you're interested in knowing which ones they are and who my coaches are, please feel free to send me a message, and I will be happy. Leave it in the comments, and I will be happy to share that with you. But that's it. Those are the top 3 things plus the bonus on what you need to have around you if you're going to be successful throughout the insurance claims business and throughout the life of a claim. Get yourself an estimator that you know that you can call upon. Get yourself a water mitigation company that you know that you can call upon that can do what needs to be done on the claim, and get yourself an attorney that you can call upon to ask them coverage questions if you're unsure about a claim, or even if the insurance company is sending you something and you're not sure how to respond, get an attorney to call you. But you know who else can answer all those questions? I can, a mentor can, a coach can. Get yourself a coach as well. And that's it, guys. That's what we got. Commercial Claims Show, here to educate you, baby, on being successful as a public adjuster. So my name is Vince Perry again. Remember, you can find us on www.commercialclaimsadvocate.com. You can get all kinds of information on how to get this beautiful book, how to get my mentoring, how to take one of our courses, how to go to one of our meetups, and all that fun stuff. And also on social media, make sure you click subscribe here and click the bell because there's a weekly video. Every single week there's a new video. It's either this or it's the Claims Game podcast. So you might as well check it out. And then it's also on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Really a pleasure doing this with you guys. I hope you guys learned something. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace out.